You must have heard another microbe, the virus. You see, virus really created problem for the biologists. What they saw, that this virus, when it is inside a living cell, be it of human beings, plants or animals, it behaves just like other living beings, which means it can multiply and grow. It can grow and it can even breathe. And it has genetic material. So, what will you call such a thing which has these characters? Obviously, you will say it is living. But then, when this virus is outside a living cell, that is in a non-living medium, could be air, could be water, it stops multiplying, it stops growing, no longer it can breathe. And then not only this, it can even be crystallized and stored for years like we store salt or sugar. So, that means it is showing non-living features. So, now what to say? Is it living or non-living? So, that is why biologists called it a puzzle. And finally, they reached the conclusion that it is on the borderline of living and non-living. And you know, it can be very dangerous because it causes diseases to human beings, animals and even plants. In the case of human beings, I am sure you are aware the most dangerous disease of this era is AIDS, and it is also by virus. Then polio, chicken pox, smallpox, measles, hepatitis, all these are diseases caused by virus. Now, normally when we want to study a microbe, what we do? We prepare its culture in laboratory in a medium called agar-agar, whether it is bacteria or fungus or any other microbe. Now, the problem with virus is that we cannot prepare its culture. Guess why? Simple, it cannot live in a non-living medium. It only lives inside another living cell. It's a total parasite. It needs a host. It cannot survive on its own. So, we cannot even make its culture. Can't or cannot prepare culture because it cannot live independently. Now, what is the implication? Implication is that we cannot find antibiotic which will act against virus. So, that makes it very dangerous. But you must be wondering, doctors do give medicines. Actually, what happens when there is one infection, then our resistance against infection goes down. What is resistance against infection called? Immunity. So, the immunity goes down and as a result, other infectious diseases can appear. So, just to prevent secondary infections, the doctors give antibiotics. And AIDS is what? AIDS also means, not only also, it means that there is total destruction of immunity. As a result, it is not that the AIDS patient dies of AIDS, but actually AIDS patient is like a country without defense line. So, any enemy can invade, any enemy can attack. Here also any microbe which can cause disease attacks and the person can ultimately die of various infections.